All right, let's start. In case you don't hear me properly, please let me know then and there. The first
Okay.
thing that we are going to look at in the differentiation chapter is the concept of the gradient function. Now, I'll just give you a brief example that if you have this curve of y equals to x square, okay, let's say this is a curve of y equals to x square, and there are 2 points A and B on the curve. Okay, let's say A point is x comma y, and point B is very very close to point A. Point B is very very close. Now, when I say very very close, I mean that there is hardly any change. There is very small change, and I'm going to denote that small change by delta x. This small change by delta x and this small change in y by delta y.
Okay.
So if point A had a coordinate of x and comma y, would you agree that point B x coordinate is going to be x plus delta x?
Sir, can you explain that again?
If A and B are very close to each other and the x coordinate of point A is x, and since it's point B is ahead of point A by a very small distance, but let's say delta x. Now delta x denotes very very small distance. So I know that coordinates x coordinate of point A is x. If I add delta x distance in x, will I be getting the coordinates of B,
Yeah.
the x coordinate of B?
Yeah, sir.
If I know that the y coordinate of A is y, and if I add this distance, can I say that the y coordinate of point B is y plus delta y?
Yeah.
So B has a coordinate of x plus delta x, y plus delta y. Okay.
Okay.
Now if I join A and B with a line segment and find the gradient of this line segment AB, gradient of the chord AB, what would the gradient of the AB would be equal to?
Do you mean
How
like
do you
the
find the gradient
y2
of a line?
minus y1 upon
Over
x2
x2
minus
minus
x1?
x1, yes. So the y coordinate is going to be y plus delta y minus y over x plus delta x minus x. Y cancel out, x cancels out.
Okay.
Okay. So I can understand that the gradient of the AB is delta y upon delta x. This is one thing. Now, instead of doing this, what I want to show you is, see, y was equals to x squared, right? Whatever value of s I plug in order to get the y coordinate, that is going to be the square root of x.
Yeah.
Y is going to be the square root of x, and A and B are lying on this function. So they point A and B are going to satisfy the equation of the curve. So instead, in place of y2, okay, which is this, if I plug in the x coordinate of point B in the equation, what will I get? The equation is y equals to x squared. If
Yeah.
the x coordinate is x plus delta x, if the x coordinate of point B is x plus delta x, what will I
Okay.
get by plugging this value in the equation? X plus delta x squared.
Okay.
X plus delta x, the whole thing square, minus y1. Now y1 was, if y1, for y1 you are going to plug in x. So if you plug x over here, what would you get?
X square.
X square.
Yeah.
You are going to get x square if you are going to plug in x coordinate of A in this equation. Do you want me to repeat this again?
Yeah, sir. Can you repeat it? It's a bit confusing.
Yes, sure, sure. What I'm doing is I'm finding the y coordinate of point B. I know that the x coordinate of point B is x plus delta x. So if I use this equation, because point B is lying on the curve, if I use this equation y equals to x square and I plug in x plus delta x the whole thing square, what will I get? X plus delta x the whole thing square. यहाँ
Okay.
पे x b का coordinate b का you are going to plug the x coordinate and you are going to get the y coordinate. We are just using the equation to find the y coordinate when the x coordinate is given.
Okay.
And in order to find the y coordinate of a, what is y coordinate of a going to be? So I'm going to plug in the x
X
value.
square.
So this answer is going to be x square.
Okay.
Now in the denominator, I'm going to have x plus delta x minus x. This is the change, right? There's a reason I'm doing this because I want to make a point. If I
Okay.
expand this x plus delta x the whole thing square, I'm going to get x square plus 2x delta x plus delta x square minus x square, x cancel, delta x. Delta just means a very small change in x.
Okay.
So if you simplify this, you can see that x square in the numerator are going to be cancelled out. 2x delta x upon delta x plus delta x square upon delta x. So what you are getting is 2x plus delta x. This
Okay.
is the gradient of the chord. This is
Okay.
the gradient of the chord AB. Now,
Okay.
if I decrease the distance of this point B, would you agree that the delta x distance will be becoming zero at some time if point B is very 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 close to point
Okay.
A?
Yeah.
So there is the concept of limit. Like if delta x, if B is very very close to point A, then delta x will approach to zero. This horizontal distance won't be left. There won't be any horizontal distance left as the distance is going to shrink. Let's say
Okay.
point B यहाँ पर आ जाता है. So the delta x is getting closer and closer to zero. If delta x becomes zero, then in the gradient of chord AB is going to approach. See, it was 2x plus delta x, right? If this is going to approach zero, then the gradient is going to approach, the gradient of the curve is going to approach 2x.
Okay.
So the gradient of the chord AB, when the distance between the 2 points is very, very, very less, then the gradient of the chord AB will give you the gradient of the curve itself. So whatever we did, this is the concept of the first principle of differentiation. Okay, and because of this principle, you can see that the gradient of the curve at any point will be equal to 2x. So if I keep on changing the value of x, I'm going to get a different value of the gradient. We know that in a straight line, the gradient of a straight line is always constant. There is no change in the gradient. But when we talk about curve, the gradient is going to be different at every point. So at point A, the gradient is going to be different than any point on the curve. So this is 2x represents the gradient function over here. This process of finding the gradient of the curve at any point is called the differentiation from the first principle. Now, we are going to see the notation. There are three different notations.
Sir, which
Number
chapter are
one,
we doing?
we have started differentiation.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are given an equation of the curve, let's say y equals to x square, then the gradient function is going to be written as dy by dx. This is the notation for the gradient function. Or simply I can say the derivative. We are we are differentiating y with respect to x. So this is how we are going to notate it. We are going to write it dy by dx. Okay? And we just saw that the gradient function, the differentiation of this curve came out to be 2x. If I had a curve of y equals to x squared, the differentiation came out to be 2x. So the derivative of this function is equal to 2x. We are going to study the rules in some time. But right now, I'm just telling you कि gradient function या derivative को लिखते कैसे हैं. So this is one way of writing the derivative. When the equation is in terms of y, ठीक है, and y is a function of x, then this is how you are going to write the derivative. The second way is if you are given a function f of x equals to x square. यहाँ पे इक्वेशन थी, यहाँ पे अगर फंक्शन दिया हुआ है f of x के फॉर्म में गिवन है, then you, the gradient function is going to be f prime of x. The value is going to be the same, but it's just another way of writing this. This is basically the gradient function. Okay. And the third way you are going to see the questions is in this format. Differentiate x square. So differentiation of x square is going to be written as like this. So basically this is the function itself, and this would mean that you differentiate this statement would mean differentiate x square with respect to x, and the result is 2x. Okay, these are the three ways of writing
Sir,
the derivative or the gradient function. G.
what does with respect to x mean?
With respect to x means that y is a function of x. So if I say y is a function of x, so y is equal to x squared, I am going to derivate y dy with respect to x dx. यहाँ पे भी function x square है, so that this means this is read as कि x square को differentiate करना है with respect to x because this is a function of x. So I'm going to differentiate x square with respect to x. अब हम rules देखेंगे जिसमें हम differentiate करते हैं. So we are going to study the rule number 1. So differentiation of power functions. Okay. Now the rule says that अगर आपके पास एक function है that is y equals to x to the power n could be any power, okay? Then इसका जो gradient, जो इसका derivative होगा dy by dx होगा, then dy by dx is always going to be equal to, the rule says you are going to multiply the power with x, making n x, and you are going to decrease the power by 1. Now, what does that mean? Let's see through an example. If y is equal to x square, पिछला वाला कर्व अगर था हमारे पास, then इसका जो डेरिवेटिव होगा वो होगा you're going to multiply this power by the coefficient of x, that is 2, and the power is going to be decreased by 1, so 2 minus 1. So weren't we getting the answer as 2x usme? So the derivative was 2x. Let's take another example. Y equals to 3x squared. So as per the rule, the power, if I want to differentiate this equation, if I want to find the derivative, I would multiply the power with the coefficient of x. So 3 times 2, it is going to be 6. And the power is going to be reduced by 1. So 2 minus 1. So at the end, I'm going to get 6x. Okay. What would happen? Minus x to the power 1 upon 2. If this is a function, what is the derivative of this function going to be? Apply the same rule over here. Apply the same rule, please. The power will multiply by.
Minus
Okay, guys,
sign.
can you hear me? Yeah, the power of half is going to be multiplied by the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x over here is minus 1. Minus 1 times half is minus half x. Now the power is going to be decreased by 1. So minus half x to the power of, what is half minus 1?
Minus 1 upon 2.
Half minus 1 is minus 1 upon 2. So I can write this as 1 minus 1 upon 2 x to the power of positive half. I can write this as index form, or I can write this as minus 1 upon 2 square root x. It means the same thing. So if this is the function, if this is the equation of the curve, then the derivative is going to be this. Derivative कह लो, gradient function कह लो, differentiation कह लो, it's the same thing. ठीक है? So right now we are just going to do some practice questions on the first rule. अच्छा, एक और बात, if I have a constant number, let's say there is a, अच्छा चलो पहले ये करते हैं. I have a straight line function. ठीक है? Y equals to 2x represent a straight line. Does everyone agree with this? ये मेरी एक
Yes.
straight line है passing from the origin. Now if I ask you to derivate this, what will you get?
2.
You're going to get just 2, because 2 times 1 is 2, x to the power 1 minus 1. So you get x to the power of 0, which is 1. So hence the answer is 2. Now consider this equation y equals to 2x. If it's a straight line, what is the gradient actually?
Dy over dx. 2.
What is the, I want you to
0.
use the concept of coordinate geometry. I want you to use the concept of coordinate geometry. If you compare it with y equals to mx plus c, what is the gradient over here? I'm just talking
2.
about the straight line, right? 2. And 2, like it does not involve any x over here. It's just a constant value. और हमें पता है कि straight line का gradient तो fix होता है. It's the same constant value. सही है? तो अगर एक line है y equals to 2x, तो इसका gradient dy by dx या derivative इसका 2 आएगा. सही है? It's the constant value. अच्छा. Now let's consider this equation. Y equals to 5. Now what, y equals to 5 is a vertical line or a horizontal line?
Horizontal.
It's a horizontal line. What is the gradient of a horizontal line?
It's 0, right?
It's 0, right?
0.
Now let's find the differentiation. Let's find dy by dx. 5 means, just 5 means x is to the power of 0. So if you multiply this 0 with 5, you are going to get 0. And anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So that's why the answer is, the differentiation or the derivative of a constant number is always 0. Okay. The derivative of a constant number is always going to be 0. Anything that you want me to explain? Okay, done. No questions at all?
No, sir.
No question, sir.
Okay, let's try these questions out. I want you to try them on your own. Now, just, I mean, your marks won't be deducted, but instead of writing dy by dx, we don't know that x to the power of 5 is equal to y. So it's advisable that you write differentiation of x square, x to the power of 5. You just write in this form. ठीक है? dy by dx ना लिखें तो better है, but your marks won't be deducted for this. I want you to solve all these parts, and then you can compare your answers with mine. All right, done. So what is going to be the differentiation of the first part, x to the power of 5? What is going to be the differentiation of x to the power of 5?
5x to the power 4.
5x4.
5x4, okay. Now 1 upon x cube can be simplified as x to the power of minus 3, right? If I take x cube in the numerator, that's going to be x to the power of minus 3. So what is the differentiation of x to the power of minus 3?
Minus 3x to the power of minus 4.
Minus 4. Square root of x can be written as x to the power of half. So half x to the power of half minus 1 minus half. If you want, or if the question demands, you can write the answer in this way. And the differentiation of a constant number 3 is going to be equal to
0.
0. That's it. Okay. All right. Now, another basic rule is that if I want to differentiate a function that has a scalar multiple being multiplied with the function, so the differentiation, the derivative, is just going to be, you can always take this constant number outside the derivative sign, and you can just focus on differentiating the function itself. If this number k is just being multiplied with the function itself, you can just take this k outside and then differentiate the function. For example, y equals to 2x cubed. So I could do, for finding dy by dx, I can just take this 2 out. Okay. So this is what I can write. Differentiation of 2x cubed upon dx can be written as 2 multiplied by differentiation of x cubed. So 2 multiplied by, what is the differentiation of x cubed? It is going to be 3x square. Now 2 times 3x square is 6x square. Okay, if you want to do this like this, if you want to follow this step, you can. Otherwise, you know that I've just told you that you can always multiply the coefficient with the power, and it is still going to give you the same result. The next rule, that you can stop me whenever you want. Okay, if you think I'm moving fast, you can stop me and ask questions. If I want to differentiate two functions, let's say f of x is a function, plus minus g of x is another function, and these two functions are being added up, and the question says differentiate them. So the rule says that the differentiation of addition or subtraction of the two functions is just the same as differentiating the function alone. So you can differentiate the function f, or you can differentiate the function g individually and then add the answer. It's the same thing. So example, if I ask you to differentiate x cubed plus x to the power of 4, these are two different functions, let's say x cubed and x to the power of 4. The result is going to be same if you differentiate x cubed first and then add it with the differentiation of x to the power of 4. So the differentiation of x cubed is simply 3x squared. X to the power 4 की differentiation is 4x cubed, right? या तो साथ कर लो या तो इस तरीके से डिफरेंट भी करके शो कर सकते हो. So let's see another example. Any questions still here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Let's do the first question. Differentiate 2x to the power 5 minus 3x square plus 1 upon 2x cubed plus 5 upon root x. You need to differentiate this expression with respect to x. So for my simplicity, the question says that I need to differentiate this function 2x to the power 5 minus 3x squared plus 1 upon 2x cubed plus 5 upon root x. But for my simplicity, I can rewrite this function as 2x to the power of 5 minus 3x squared minus 1 upon 2 x to the power of minus 3. I can write 5 upon root x as 5x to the power of minus half. This is going to help me in differentiating easily. So can someone tell me what is the differentiation of 2x? Now I'm going to differentiate each and every term. So what is the differentiation of 2x to the power of 5?
10x to the power of 4.
10x to the power of 4 minus 6x plus 3 upon 2 x to the power of
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
minus 4. 5 times minus half is minus 5 by 2. X to the power of minus half minus 1 is
Minus 3 upon 2.
minus 3 upon 2. That is going to be the different derivative of this function. Okay. Let's try this one. Find the gradient of the curve at the point -1, 3. So now I know that the gradient of the curve can be found by taking the derivative of y with respect to x, because this gives me the gradient function. And you can see over here that if I multiply 3x plus 2 by 2x minus 1, what type of function is it? Is it a linear function, quadratic function, or a cubic function?
Quadratic.
Quadratic. So first of all, I'm going to get the quadratic equation out by multiplying the two brackets. This is what I get: 6x squared minus 3x plus 4x minus 2. Simplification is going to give me 6x squared plus x minus 2. That is the function itself. But if I want to find the gradient of the curve at this point, then I'll have to find the derivative of this equation, which means I need to differentiate this. I need to find dy by dx. So what is going to be the derivative of this? Would you agree that it is 12x plus 1?
Yes, sir.
Now the gradient function is a function of x. So only x value can be substituted. This is the gradient function, meaning if this is a quadratic curve, at every point, it depends on the value of x. If you change the value of x, the gradient of the curve is going to change. So that's why they have given you a particular point at which you need to find the gradient. You need to find the gradient at x equals to -1. So I'm going to write that I'm trying to find the gradient at x equals to -1. So in the gradient function, I'm going to plug in x as -1. -12 plus 1 is going to give me -11. So that is the gradient. -11 का मतलब है कि नेगेटिव ग्रेडियंट है, ठीक है. तो अगर लेट्स से कर्व इस तरीके से है, -1 ये पॉइंट है, तो ग्रेडियंट नेगेटिव होगा, ठीक है. If I draw a tangent line from O level maths, now you should be aware that the gradient of the tangent basically represents the gradient of the curve at that point. Maths, O level maths से ये concept याद है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
I remember.
Okay. So the gradient comes out to be -11 for this question. Let me know when you're done with this working so that we can move on.
I'm done.
Okay. What about others?
I'm
Are you
not
done?
done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now let's see this question. We have been given the curve and this is the line. There's a quadratic curve and there is a horizontal line. The line and the curve meet at the point P and Q. We are asked to find the gradient of the curve at the point P and at the point Q. So in order to find the gradient at these points, I'll have to find the derivative or the gradient function first. But also I need to know what are the coordinates of P and Q. What are the x coordinates of P and Q? So can someone tell me कि मैं P और Q के coordinates कैसे निकाल सकता हूँ if the question says कि quadratic curve meets the line meets this line. This is the curve, let's say, and this is the line. The curve and the line intersect at P and Q. How am I supposed to find the coordinates of x intersection points, basically?
You're gonna create the two equations together.
Which means I need to solve them simultaneously, right? So I'm going to equate the two equations, as Vaina said. So if I equate the equation of the curve with the line, I will find the intersection point. So equation of the curve with the equation of the line, that is 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals to the equation of the line, that is 5. So I'm going to rearrange the equation and solve this quadratic equation. Solving this quadratic equation will give me two values of x. So what are the two values coming?
One and minus 9 upon 2.
1 and minus 9 upon 2. So negative value minus 9 upon 2 and 1. Now, it really doesn't matter which point you call P and which point you call Q. Okay? I have the x values. Do you think I need the y values over here? अभी इस क्वेश्चन में मुझे जरूरत होगी?
It's already given.
No, the y value is, yeah, you can say that. The y value is 5. Yes, good observation. So y value is 5, but even if this would not have been given, I really don't need the value of the y coordinates abhi for this question only, because if I differentiate my curve, that is y equals to 2x squared plus 7x minus 4, if I find the derivative or the gradient function, that is the gradient function is going to be a function of x, 4x plus 7. So let's say if I'm calling this point P and I'm calling this point Q, dy by dx at point minus 9 upon 2 and dy by dx at x value 1 minus 11 and 11, right? So these are
Yes.
the two gradient values. One is negative, one is positive. Any queries so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Do you need to copy down the question in the working, or should I move on? Renu, do you want to copy this down?
No, sir. I have taken a screenshot.
ओके लेकिन बाद में इसको नोट डाउन कर लेना सारी चीजें, ठीक है? स्क्रीनशॉट से पढ़ाई नहीं हो सकेगी फिर. ओके. The curve y equals to ax square plus bx has a gradient 8 when x is 2. So the gradient of the function is 8 when x is 2, and the gradient is minus 10 when x is minus 1. Find the value of a and the value of b. Now, you tell me, what is the thought process? What is the first thing that we do?
Find the value of y.
Why what? The y
So
coordinate?
we substitute gradient as 8, like dy upon dx as 8.
Yes. The first thing that you are going to do is you are going to differentiate the function y, differentiate the equation y. So dy by dx is going to come out as, what is the differentiation of ax square?
2ax
2ax. What is the
plus
gradient
b.
of bx? B. Right. Very good. Now, this is the value of dy by dx when x is 2. So dy by dx is 8 when x is 2. This is going to give you one equation. And dy by dx is minus 10 when x is minus 1. That is going to give you another equation. You're going to solve this, solve the two equations simultaneously, and get the values of A and B. Now, I'm not showing all steps for simultaneous equation and solving of quadratic equation, but the examiner expects you to show the working. Though you can verify your answer from the calculator, but still you will be asked to, you will be required to show the working. I'm getting A as 3 and B as minus 4. Let me know what you guys get.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm getting the same.
Sir, even I'm getting the same values.
All right, great. Okay. Vaina, are you getting the same values?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Now let's move on to this question. Let's understand the question first. You have been given the equation. It's a cubic function. And then there is a line y equals to x plus 5. And the question says that this line meets this curve at point A, B, and C. Something like this is a cubic curve. And let's say this is a line that is intersecting the curve at 3 points, A, B, and C. The question says find the coordinates of point A, B, and C. So in order to find the coordinates, I'll have to equate the line equation with the curve. Okay, this might be a little lengthy, so see
Sir,
what
can
I
you
do.
explain what we have to do again?
Yeah, sure. The question says there's a cubic function and there's a straight line function. They are meeting at the points A, B, and C, and you are being asked to find the coordinates of the 3 points of intersection. तो याद रखना जब भी आपको points of intersection की बात करेंगे, you are going to solve the equation simultaneously. So we are going to equate the curve equation with the line, and we are going to solve the equation simultaneously. 1 over 3x
We only
cubed
have two
minus
curves.
2x. If we have two curves, then we are going to equate the two curves and then simplify the equation. So let's say if the cubic equation was being intersected by a quadratic curve, and let's say these are the points A and B, you are still going to equate the curve let's say this is y1 and this is y2, you're going to equate the two equations and then simplify. So the resulting equation will be a cubic equation itself.
Okay.
Now, the only difficult part over here is going to be that how to solve a cubic equation. So when you were doing factors and polynomials, we learned how to factorize a cubic polynomial. So I'm going to revise that concept over here. You're going to equate the equation of the curve with the line, and then I'm going to simplify this equation further. Making the denominators common, I'm going to get right. Now, luckily, 15 and 15 are going to be cancelled out. So x cubed minus 6x squared minus 24x minus 3x is equal to 0. X cubed minus 6x squared minus 24 minus 3x is going to be minus 27x equal to 0. What is the next step that comes to your mind?
Taking x common.
Exactly. So since the constant term has been eliminated, I can just simplify the equation by taking x common. So this is going to result x squared minus 6x minus 27 equals to 0. And to find the values, I'm going to say x is equal to 0, or x squared minus 6x minus 27 is equal to 0. I'm going to solve this quadratic equation. So one value is x is 0. Okay, so if I solve this, what do I get? I'm getting 9 and minus 3. So x equals to 9 and x equals to minus 3. So yeah, I'm sure you guys can do this. So these are the three x coordinates. What can I do, Renu, to find the y coordinates? When x is 0, what is y going to be equal to? When x is 9, what is y going to be equal to? And when x is minus 3, what is y going to be equal to? How can I find the y coordinates?
We have been given y is equals to x plus 5, so we input the x values into it.
बिल्कुल सही है. या तो आप ये वाली इक्वेशन यूज कर लें या तो आप ये वाली इक्वेशन यूज कर लें, आपके पास y की वैल्यू सेम आएगी. So it's easy to use the straight line equation. So when x is 0, if I use this equation of a line, when x is 0, y is going to be 5. When x is 9, y is going to be 14. And when x is minus 3, y is going to be 2. So I can randomly call these points A, B, and C. It really doesn't matter कि कौन सा point A है, कौन सा point B है, कौन सा point C है. But मैं इस point को A कह देता हूँ, ठीक है? या if you want to be careful, तो आप ये कर सकते हो कि जो x की सबसे छोटी value उसको A कह दो. So yeah, I'm going to call this as A. So A is minus 3, 2. I'm going to call this as B. Sorry, this as B. B is 0, 5. And then the last one is going to be C. And the coordinates of C are going to be 9, 14. Are we clear till here? So this answers the first part.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, अब मुझे अगर gradient मालूम करना है point A पे, point B पे, point C पे, what do I do?
Put the value of x, I guess, and
कहाँ पे?
dy upon dx करके.
In what?
In
So
the
what to,
first,
पहले तो I
in
need
the
to
third
find dy by
equation.
dx, right? First of all, I'm going to find dy by dx. I'm going to differentiate this cubic curve. 1 upon 3 x cube की differentiation is going to be x square. Minus 2x square की differentiation is going to be minus 4x minus 8. सही है? Now what you are going to say, you are finding dy by dx at point A, dy by dx at point B, dy by dx at point C. Sorry, at point C. So what you you are going to do is you're in this gradient function, आप a की वैल्यू पहले -3 प्लग इन करो, आंसर निकाल के दो मुझे. In this gradient function, plug x as -3.
It's coming to 13.
At -3, the gradient comes out to be 13. That's correct. At 0, it should be -8. And at 9, it should be 37. Check करो यही आ गया.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good. Chalo. So I want you to try this question on your own first. You have been given a function, इसका dy by dx find करना है, और फिर हम second part discuss करते हैं.
Sir, we just have to do this first part.
या अभी के लिए फर्स्ट पार्ट करें, फिर हम सेकंड पार्ट डिस्कस करते हैं.
Okay. Sir, done.
Okay, so what is dy by dx coming?
12x squared plus 6x minus 6.
Right. Now let's come to the second part. The second part says find the range of values of x for which the gradient function is greater than equal to 0. Find the range of values of x for which the gradient function. Okay, I'm going to note down this statement dy by dx greater than equal to 0 as it is. And if I ask you what is the gradient function, you are going to say, sir, 12x squared plus 6x minus 6 greater than equal to 0. What does this statement reminds you of? ये questions इस तरीके का हम solve कर चुके हैं. At least Vaina ने मेरे साथ किया था. So Vaina, what is this basically?
Inequality.
Which inequality?
Not sure.
Quadratic inequality.
Quadratic. Okay.
Now, what do we mean by finding the range of values of x? Over here, we need to solve this inequality. Acha. We need to find the range of values of x for which the gradient function, which is 12x squared plus 6x minus 6, will always be greater than equal to 0. Okay. So the way you are going to solve a quadratic inequality is that first you are going to find the critical values. Critical values का मतलब है roots उसके. Critical values is a term that I use. आप उसके roots कह लो. तो अगर मैं इसको just अगर सिर्फ कैलकुलेटर पे भी अभी सॉल्व करता हूँ तो x की वो दो वैल्यूज क्या होंगी? अगर फैक्टराइजेशन पॉसिबल है तो आप फैक्टराइजेशन पहले कर लें. सही है, मैं आपको फैक्टराइजेशन से ही पहले बता देता हूँ. तो मुझे कोई बता सकता है इसके फैक्टर्स क्या होंगे?
Is it 12x minus 6 and x plus 1?
12x square minus 6x.
Sir, are you asking the
minus 6x.
final answer or?
I'm asking the middle term over here.
12x minus 6x.
So if you remember, how do we factorize this equation? You are going to multiply 12 with 6. It is going to give you 72. You are going to find the prime factors of 72. So 2 times 36, 2 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 3, 3 times 1. Once you have the prime factors, you are going to make a combination of in such a way that you will find two factors that when subtracted are going to give you 6x. Okay, so what are those factors?
So 12x minus 6x.
6 and 12. Okay, correct. So 12x minus 6 plus 12x minus 6x. Okay, because I want positive 6x over here. Minus 6 greater than equal to 0. So I'm going to take 12x common यहाँ पे and I'm going to get x plus 1. यहाँ पे I'm going to take minus 6 common and I'm going to get x plus 1. So 12x minus 6 times x plus 1 greater than equal to 0. Now it's a quadratic inequality. So critical values कैसे find करते हैं? You're going to set 12x equals to 0, 12x minus 6 equals to 0. You're going to get x equals to half. And you're going to set x plus 1 equals to 0 and you're going to get x equals to minus 1. These are not the answers because it wasn't the equation, it's the inequality. You need to find the range of values of x. अब क्या करेंगे आप कि ये critical values है यानी कि ये root है. अगर मैं इसका sketch बनाता 12x square plus 6x minus 6 का अगर मैं sketch बनाता तो ये जो मेरा ग्राफ है वो -1 और हाफ पे कट करता है x एक्सिस को. ठीक है, these are the points where the quadratic function is going to be 0. I want those values of x जहाँ पे the quadratic function is greater than equal to 0. So as you can see on the graph, greater than equal to 0 का मतलब है it must lie above the x-axis. So where is the graph lying above the axis? Over here and over here, right? So वो x की कौन सी values हैं that are going to satisfy this inequality? All those values of x that are less than equal to -1 will give me the function greater than equal to 0, or all those values of x that are greater than equal to 1 upon 2 will give me the quadratic function to be positive. I want it to be greater than equal to 0. Quadratic function meaning dy by dx. So अगर मैं इस क्वेश्चन में x की वैल्यूज लेस देन इक्वल टू -1 लूंगा तो मुझे ग्रेडियंट फंक्शन हमेशा पॉजिटिव मिलेगा, और अगर मैं x की वैल्यू ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू हाफ लूंगा तो आई एम ऑलवेज गोइंग टू गेट अ क्वाड्रेटिक फंक्शन दैट इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0. इज दिस मेकिंग सेंस?
No.
No. Okay. From which part do you want me to explain again? Are you clear till the finding the roots and why are we doing all of this?
Sir, I understand how to do factorization, but I don't understand why you did factorization.
Why I did factorization? Okay. And for the time being, I'm removing this greater than equal to 0. So you understand the factorization process. If I ask you, okay, I want the critical values. Okay, critical values का मतलब है कि roots find करने हैं, इस equation को solve करना है. तो 12x square plus 6x minus 6 को equal to 0 करके मुझे solve करना है. तो जाहिर सी बात है मुझे factorization करना पड़ेगी और मुझे roots find हो जाएंगे. क्या यहाँ तक सही है? Roots ये आएंगे आपके -1 और हाफ.
जी सर.
ठीक है, अब आप कह रही हैं कि आपको रूट्स तक क्लियर है, राइट? तो quadratic, this gradient function is equal to 0. If I ask you a question, okay, at what values of x is the gradient function equal to 0? अगर मैं यहाँ पे equal to 0 कर देता, ठीक है, what would your answer be? The gradient function is equal to 0 at half and -1. तो आपकी वैल्यूज आती हैं, आपकी इनइक्वालिटी नहीं आती, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में इक्वेशन थी, इनइक्वालिटी नहीं थी. सही है? तो यहाँ पे 0 है ग्रेडियंट फंक्शन और यहाँ पे 0 है, बट द क्वेश्चन हैड एन इनइक्वालिटी. यू वांट द ग्रेडियंट फंक्शन टू बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0, व्हिच मींस दैट द क्वेश्चन इज नाउ गोइंग टू बी ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0. सो क्रिटिकल वैल्यूज तो वही रहेंगी. अब आप ये देखो कि ये जो क्वाड्रेटिक फंक्शन है ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0 का मतलब है द ग्राफ मस्ट लाई अबव द एक्स एक्सिस. All those points that lie below the x-axis are negative, hence less than 0. All those points that lie above the x-axis are positive, hence greater than 0. तो वो कौन सी x की वैल्यूज की रेंज है that if you take is going to give you the positive gradient function. यानी कि y की वैल्यूज पॉजिटिव कहाँ होगी, यानी कि ग्रेडियंट फंक्शन पॉजिटिव कहाँ है, above the x-axis या below the x-axis?
above.
above the x-axis. तो x equals to 1/2 पे तो जो वैल्यू थी ग्रेडियंट फंक्शन की वो 0 थी. अगर मैं x की वैल्यू 1/2 से ज्यादा लेता हूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल मैं 1 लेता हूँ, तो 1 से मुझे पॉजिटिव वैल्यू मिलेगी. अगर मैं 0.75 लेता हूँ तब भी मुझे पॉजिटिव वैल्यू मिलेगी. तो मुझे रेंज ऑफ वैल्यूज ऑफ x लिखनी है. आई नीड टू स्टेट द रेंज ऑफ वैल्यूज ऑफ x, नॉट जस्ट वन वैल्यू. तो एक साइड तो ये हो गई कि if I take x greater than equal to 1/2, I get the gradient to be equal to 0 or greater than 0. The same can be said when if I take x की value equal to -1 or less than -1, hence x less than equal to -1. So over here, if I take x as -2, I'm still going to get a positive value. If I take x as -3, I'm going to get a positive value. सही है? Is this making sense now?
Yes.
Okay. So just a small question to you. If the question would have been dy by dx less than equal to 0, I just want you to tell me how would the range be different. 12x square plus 6x minus 6 less than equal to 0. Question is find the range of values of x where the gradient function is going to be less than equal to 0. अगर क्वेश्चन ये होता तो the question is not this right now, but मैं ऐसी क्वेश्चन बना रहा हूँ कि if the question says find the range of values of x for which the gradient function is less than equal to 0, what would you have done? आप यही करते, सबसे पहले इसको फैक्टराइज करते. ठीक है, जब आप इसे फैक्टराइज करते कशिश, तो आपके पास x की वैल्यूज क्या आती, क्रिटिकल वैल्यूज क्या आती,
Same half or minus
सेम
1.
आती. एग्जैक्टली. अगर मैं आपके रेफरेंस के लिए ये क्वाड्रेटिक कर्व बनाऊं, so this is -1 and this is half. But right now the question is the gradient function needs to be less than 0, less than equal to 0. So for what, where is the graph less than equal to 0? Or you can say where is the graph below the x-axis? Over here, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you are going to take all the values of x that are going to be between -1 and 2 if you want the gradient function to be less than equal to 0. क्योंकि अगर आप x की वैल्यू लेट से ये लोगे 0.25, so you are going to get a negative value. 0 लोगे so you are going to get a negative value. So all those values of x that are between -1, greater than equal to -1 and less than equal to half will give you the right answer for this. This is how we solve quadratic inequalities. सही है?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. अच्छा. This is another question. I want you to take a screenshot and कल तक ये solve कर लेना, ठीक है? Before coming to my class, ये solve करके आना.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Take care, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.